hoping for a little easier seed on this end. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I try. I let chat decide to come up with the trolliest thing possible. I root for the good stuff.
Ditto here, and I'm rooting for both of our runners here too. I've been kind of excited to see Seedy go. And, oh, here we go. I'll explain later, but we get started now. Uncle does not have a sword, so we're definitely going to be seeing an item here.
Absolutely, and if you're unaware, first of all, where have you been? More importantly, this is standard mode, so we're going to do the escape sequence like normal. And Uncle normally has a sword, but he doesn't always have a sword in standard randomized mode. He can have different other weapons, including the bow and hammer, as I said earlier, either cane, or even bombs, which is always fun.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of things to see here. So I've seen Fire Rod quite a bit too. We'll see what Uncle has for them.
Absolutely. Fire Rod's nice, except it uses so much magic.
Oh, hey, look, commentator's curse right there.
Speak of the devil, that's not bad, but it's just hard to grind with it for bombs. But you definitely want bombs here in Escape for the back half of that bomb wall.
Absolutely, and there's one of 28 possible red rupees there. I don't think they'll have too much trouble finding bombs. Granted, there's lots of chests to be found, and enemy drops can be a possibility. So, looking at a good chance of back of Escape, I think.
Absolutely, and even if they can't, once they get the gloves, they'll be good to go.
Yeah, so not that which worries here. And if they're lucky enough to get half magic on the way, then they have even less to worry about.
Oh yeah, half magic would be so nice right now.
Yeah, because without it, I think you'll only have like 8 or 9 shots with it, and then bye-bye magic bar. We missed you.
Well, so far we're finding all the red rupees, so that's nice.
I remember watching a match with ACMLM, and he got like every single red rupee in the game possible. That was kind of humorous in a way.
Sounds about right. Getting early rupees though is not a bad thing. You need 100 for the bottle vendor anyway. Plus, if you need to buy bombs, and Zora obviously costs 500. So getting early rupees isn't the worst thing ever.
No, absolutely, because and like you said, even if they don't, you can save up for Zora. So another 20 rupees for Seedy if it doesn't disappear on him. Yeah, there we go. They're not gonna have to worry about bottle vendor today.
No, definitely not. But they just got a bomb upgrade, but not the bombs they're looking for.
Sorry, but your bombs are in another part of the castle. The thing I love most about Fire Rod is this. That right there, friends.
One shot in the ball and chain guard.
Ball and chain guard a la flambe. I love it. Yeah, still not a whole lot, but I have a feeling like Back of Escape's gonna hold something. I haven't seen it hold really too much in a while, so I'm kind of getting hyped for that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm saying I agree. It's been lately. It seems like it hasn't had nearly as much as it could, but maybe this seed will be different.
My first seed was crazy. It had progressive red mail, Cane of Samaria, and the hammer all in those 3 chests. So I'm always hyped no matter what.
Oh, absolutely. And if it doesn't have anything here, we have Kakariko. We have a ton of chests to check. Hopefully they get something good though.
Yeah, here's where we're rooting. But yeah, still no bombs yet, so hopefully they're hoping, I'm guessing, to go for the chest because they don't have a lot of shots to farm with bombs.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part about the Fire Rod. It's nice to have because it one-shots every enemy in Escape, but the limited amount of shots really hurts your grinding.
There are a couple of pots, and the lingering firebox, there's a couple of good places to take a shot, but other than that, just like there.
Yeah, that was a well use of the splash damage of the fire rod there.
Unfortunately, it's just not panning out the way CD wanted it to.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's been. So we're getting the bombless seed.
Yeah, and hopefully once they end up getting the gloves, they'll be able to route back to it. Oh, CD finding another magic pot. Good couple magic pots there. Good use of map knowledge there.
Yeah, absolutely. There is, contrary to popular belief, there is some magic drops here in Escape that you can use in case you run out of magic, especially if you have like the Cane of Burna or here in the Fire Rod.
And here's hoping. Oh, just a rupee. Can't blow up a wall with that.
No, not unfortunate. So neither of our runners, it would appear, gets a bomb drop early. That's a bit unfortunate, but so they might feel a little bit behind. So once they get the gloves, I would expect them to make this a priority check. They could go through Escape again, but I doubt they will.
No, there's no real point in doing it. I just go in, grab the bombs, and oh, of course, now they get bombs.
Well, that's going to be. I mean, you don't mind seeing that because you need them for Kakariko, but that is pretty. Hey, here's your bombs.
And there's a quick map check. We got crystals in Hera and Desert, and Eastern is just a pendant here.
Not bad. One pendant you can live with. Eastern pendant that makes you a little nervous. You hope Pod's a crystal because that means the bow can be almost anywhere at that point.
Oh goodness, yes, not fun times, and both runners opting not to check Lumberjack Cave.
You've been seeing that strat a lot more here recently. A lot of runners think, well, you know, until I get boots, there's really no reason for it. And we get an early sword. That's a nice find.
Oh yeah, that just makes life a lot easier, especially where they haven't really gotten much equipment anyway. So I think that's really their first major piece of equipment aside from the bombs. Speaking of bombs, another upgrade for you.
We're getting all the upgrades, just not getting the bomb. We just didn't get the bombs when we needed them.
Leave it to Rando to taunt our players with bombs after they need it.
I gotta love Randomizer.
And my point has been proven again.
Oh my! It's not sure what tier tree pull that was, but yeah, it is just laughing at their face at this point with the bombs. But nonetheless, the seed was nice and gave them a sword, so they got that going for them.
True. Hopefully, none of our runners have an explosive temper.
Oh. I like it.
Thank you. Some say I'm blind in commentator form. Others, yes. And Red Rupees 3 and 4. Well, the rupee troubles are pretty much satiated for now, are taken care of or whatever. And a bottle can route Sick Kid in.
Yeah. Always nice to see an early bottle here in Kakariko. As you said, it routes Sick Kid in nicely, and you don't have that check in the back of your mind. Now, if only they could find the flute.
Oh yes. Though CD's going the well. I've seen a lot more come out of that lately than in the Thieves' Hut there. So let's see what happens. Ooh, careful, CD. Well, there's our Moon Pearl. There's something.
That is nice to find, but we are now 2 items away from Dark World access.
And more bombs. Haven't found much in Kakariko yet, so bottle vendor time.
And he's just a rip-off artist.
One time I had him get 300 rupees, and that was pretty amusing.
Hey, no, that's a good offer right there.
That's how you drive yourself out of business. Power Glove and the Crazy Chicken Lady's Hut.
Oh, that's good. That means we're only a hammer or another upgrade, glove upgrade away from the Dark World, so that will be nice.
Dreams of Aga may be dying, but you never know. Well, there's Arcana Burna. That's gonna help.
Yeah, that's a good safety to have, especially early game. And the way the seed's going, we might have early Dark World access, so that might not be a bad find.
Yeah, I mean, if you get early blind too, that's something you're absolutely gonna want to have.
Absolutely.
I've seen a lot of early blind fights, and those don't get very pretty.
No, if you know the fight, you can make it a scripted fight. But if you struggle a little bit with it, it gets pretty random, and it gets hard.
Yeah, it gets ugly. And CD finding, I think that's Red Rupee number 6 now. We're getting those out of the way quick.
Yeah, get them out of the way quick, make it a lot easier to find items later. We're getting all the Red Rupees.
Exactly. Maybe chat can help us keep count of that.
I CD save and quit to the Sanctuary here. I bet he goes right to the back of Escape. Yep.
Oh yeah, no doubt. If I got Power Glove, I would want to do that as soon as possible too.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Akash not bothering, so let's see how this pays off.
Yeah, Akash is doing the normal play of going to South World first, which we'll see CD probably do after this.
Not much.
Back of Escape. Yeah, I was gonna say not much there.
Red Rupee number 7. And we get an aorta from the inside of Swamp Palace.
I like it. So far, yeah, nothing too progression-wise either, but we are having the interesting thing is, once we get past the South World checks, which we got many more Norman Ice Palace, Desert's kind of open, unless it's boots locked, but if it's not boots locked, it is full clearable.
Yeah, that is quite true. They have a fire source. They have Power Glove, sword. They got most anything that can ever hope.
As long as there's not a big key or a small key. A big key or a small key on the torch would kind of be unfortunate, but...
Yeah, but let's find out what's in Mini Moldorm Cave first. That may be the answer to all of our problems.
Oh, absolutely. 5 chests in here, and then another Ice Rock Cave. Assuming they go that route. They might not, though.
And not much so far, Mini Moldorm Cave. A lot of love, though, but not much else.
The seed's not being overly generous so far. Gave us Power Gloves and Moon Pearl, but been bit stingy.
No, but it's got a whole lot of love.
Ooh, CD's gotta be real careful here.
Yeah, especially around those crabs doing 2 hearts of damage. It's like overkill. Oh, no worries now.
Yep, there. Got that full heart refill. Good to go.
Amazing how much damage those crabs do. It's like, what does it do? Like, bisect them or something? It's like, my gosh.
Gotta give them a little challenge early game, you know? 2 hearts of damage. They can be killed on 1 hit, so that's good.
Ice Rod Cave has bow. There we go.
Oh, that's nice to have. Get that bow out of the way early.
Oh,
that means if you don't mind Dark Worlds, Eastern is full clearable.
yeah, so it's gotta be a relief for them just to find the bow so early, because that's one of those items that can be almost anywhere, just like the Ice Rod. And I personally love early bow.
I'm the same way. Early bow is best bow.
And if we find silver arrows pretty quick too, they're gonna be really set for clearing out some bosses fast.
Oh, absolutely.
And we got a fake flippers now from Akash.
It's not a bad... I'm not surprised they have them out. They have the Moon Pearl. They got the Zora money. That's 3 items. I think we're going to see CD do the same thing, actually. So why not?
Yeah, and it's not a very hard glitch to pull off, too. You just got to watch out of getting hit. There's our Ice Rod. Looky there. So we got both rods pretty quick here, and it's starting to make me wonder if Turtle Rock is possibly a required seed, even with the sequence break.
Yeah, absolutely. It's starting to kind of suggest that a little bit. And but the good news is with the Ice Rally, as you mentioned, we got the 2 Trollier items out of the way for location-wise. So that's good.
Seedy getting 50 rupees and Akash trading a B for a B.
Not the best trade, but okay.
It's like that Eddie Izzard skit there thingy. Covered in bees.
Ugh. I don't like bees.
I don't either. Do you like fishmen?
And they're a little bit better. Oh!
I think we're gonna be liking what Fishman has today. And oh wow. Early bow, early silver arrows. This probably makes up for all the red rupees here.
That's fair. Yeah, that's nice. Getting the silvers and bow out of the way early. That's awesome.
It's always a relief for me to just breathe a sigh of relief to get those silver arrows so I don't have to silverless Ganon. I mean, both of these players are more than capable of doing so. It's just they don't really want to.
Absolutely. At least, yeah, silver makes it so much easier. I mean, if you have tempered or butter, that's not too bad. But if you get a bad sword seed and only get master sword, yeah.
Yeah, Master Sword Silverless Ganon is probably the thing that you're going to want least in a Ganon fight.
So it looks like Akash is making the Eastern play. That is going to be up to 6 items, depending on how far he goes in the Eastern. It is clearable if they don't mind doing Dark Rooms, as I mentioned before. So this is a good play.
Yeah, definitely. Pendant Dungeon or not, Eastern's one of those places I personally check anyway if I'm kind of out of options. So hey, they can full clear it, and hey, what if it's Ped Seed?
That is always a thought process, definitely.
Oh, look what he got. Oh, look what he got his mitts on. Akash, Phantom Ryu, if you're watching, you're probably going nuts right now, aren't you?
Absolutely. But that does give us Dark World access. But don't worry, if you're an Aga 1 fan, that does not mean the dream is dead yet. Because it is possible that Aga 1's still required even with the Titan's bits.
Indeed, because you never know about them required medallions.
Oh yeah, they didn't check Lumberjack. I didn't even think about that. I was thinking more of the right side Eastern, of the right side of Dark World. Excuse me. If you don't have the flippers or the hammer, you still have to do Aga 1 to get that access.
Oh, that too. Yeah, you gotta. Yeah.
Yeah, I found that out the hard way, so I will always remember that.
And Eastern Palace itself here now, having 3 possible items in it, could find our hammer.
Yeah, absolutely. That's most definitely. But there is plenty of spots to check, and it looks like SeedyV's going to make the Dark World play right now.
Definitely not a bad call either. I mean, there's lots of potential items to find. And we have our check Meyer in Thieves Town. Our other pendant dungeons, 5 and 6, are in Ice and Swamp.
Yeah, not bad layout. I don't like to see Thieves Town as a pendant. I like it more as a crystal because that's a dungeon you typically dip anyway. But it's a green at least. And chat pointing out something that I missed for sure. There is a medal on the a medallion on the island on the Lake Highlight Island. Wow, words are hard.
No, hey, it's early morning. I don't know if you've had a chance to get your coffee yet, but maybe our players will too when they go to Tower of Hera.
I need to stop by and get a cup, I think.
Watch out for them tile grounds. I've heard some bad reviews about that.
Fair enough.
And And I think that's red rupee number 8 now. And one of the items in Eastern is just a 10 arrows.
Looks like SeedyV's gonna make the south of Outcast checks right now. Probably gonna end up doing Jeremiah a little bit, big spot, all that fun stuff.
Not a bad idea. Get them out of the way early. Who knows if they have something? I've seen Buttersword come out of that in a recent one, so definitely worth checking.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I meant digging game, not digging spot. Big spot.
Either way, I can dig it.
But we get blue mail out of it. That's nice to have.
And yeah, and I'll use the same joke again. I can dig it. And a heart container in the vanilla big key chest there. That's 2 of the items. I didn't see if you got the 3rd one yet or not, though, for Akash.
I don't think so, from my recollection, but it does look like he's going to complete the dungeon at the very least.
It's a short dungeon, so it's not too much of a time loss if nothing's in it there. And I think, is that red rupee number 9?
I think it was.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the dark room that Akash is right now can be a little bit of a pain in the butt because of the Igors, but both these runners are skilled enough where it shouldn't be much of an issue, and I don't think it was.
Yeah, that and there's a torch in there too you can light with your fire source, so not a big deal either way. And good call for CD too.
Yeah, absolutely. You may always make at least the first 4 checks, even in a Pendant Thieves Town. He got a heart already, and some bombs, so that's 2 of the 4 items.
One more potential item to go, because there's going to be a big key in one of those 4 chests no matter what, because otherwise, hello key lock. And Akash doing the most difficult Armos Knights fight boss in the world and getting a 2nd bottle out of it.
Not what he wanted, but got a pendant dungeon down and got the red goo, so
not a bad thing to get an early safety at least. So if nothing else, there's that.
CD doing a death warp here, gonna go back to the beginning of the dungeon. I'll be curious to see if he goes to the back half or if he decides to nope out and do some other stuff.
I wouldn't be surprised for a nope. Yeah, there we go. We're noping out of it. We don't have a lot now, and you can't full clear it without the hammer. Well, you can, but not get all the. You can't get all the items.
Yeah. Skull Woods is technically full clearable, but I would probably stay away from it right now myself too.
Yeah, with all the stuff that flies around during the Mothula fight, that gets fun in a hurry. And gonna have to save and quit without the mirror, so takes a little bit longer, but it's not all that bad.
Nope, just a minor annoyance.
And yeah, there we go. So yeah, there we go. We got a lot of kind of get an interesting crystals locale here. So they are gonna have to do ice and Turtle Rock. I had a feeling with all that early stuff that Turtle Rock was going to come into play here. So hopefully we should be finding Hammer within not too long. And Skullwood's also having 2 potential items. Number 10 for SeedyV.
Nice, and just getting the big key out of the way now for Akash on Skullwood's side, going up to getting the small key. That's going to make routing a little bit easier. You can just go in this door to the right and avoid the Gibdos room.
Always nice to get that big key early, because the big key could even be in that big chest. You don't actually need the big key to finish Skullwoods.
only one of two dungeons where the game actually does not necessarily require you to have the big key technically. Although in vanilla you kind of need it to get the important items because Skullwoods, that's where the Fire Rod vanilla is, and then Swamp Palace is the other one, which has a hook shot in the big chest in vanilla.
So I have a feeling our runners are going to try to finish it off in one go here, so not bad to get it out of the way at least.
No, you know, definitely worth a shot. And again, both these runners are pretty skilled, so I could definitely see them being able to take out Mothula, even with Fighter Sword, which is not going to be the funnest fight, but.
No, but at least if they can keep their magic up, they'll have some shots with the Fire Rod to take care of that. And there's a death from Akash. Did not tell if it was intentional or not, but probably.
Yeah, I think it was because you're in that back half and that one chest that you have to use either the statue or the Cane of Samaria to get to. So I think it was intentional.
Yeah, it's always nice to have the Cane of Samaria on that one, because other than that, it is just a pain, because those Wall Masters will not give you the proper hint. And SeedyV key downsizing. Akash going right for Mothula. I've seen some players go for that chest there too. What's your personal preference, Dunker?
I go for Mothula. I don't remember if they got an item already out of the dungeon, but I tend to just go for Mothula and then come back. But that's usually that way I don't have to make the trip back if I don't have a mirror or they did get one item already, so that was a heart. So I go Mothula.
Yeah, that's fair, especially when they don't have the mirror right now.
And Seedy actually, once again, using his knowledge of the game to bomb that wall there and get a full magic drop. So if you didn't know about that, that's very important.
Yeah, it's really good. A little more out of the way than some others, but not all that bad if you have a moment. So that's good use of map knowledge. And Akash are using the safety there. This gets fun in a hurry if you let Mothula linger around too much, and you want to get him away from the spikes as well.
Yeah, when he's on spikes, he doesn't take damage, which is annoying. Plus, the longer this fight goes, the more those spikes move, and it's hard. It's a hard fight.
It basically turns A Link to the Past into something akin to Gradius.
That's a good analogy, and he takes a death. That's unfortunate.
Oh, this is one of the harder places to take a death in, mostly because of the gauntlet they have to run to get back to Mothula. So it looks like Akash is opting to hope that he doesn't have to go right back into it.
Yeah, a lot of runners you'll see here with only Fighter Sword, like they're at right now, and try that fight once, and then maybe come back at a future time when maybe they're in go mode or something.
And the compass, so the item is on Mothula after all. So,
yeah, it looked like Akash had to think about that one for a second. He decided to come back out. I think he's going to try one more time.
And Seedy gotta be careful here. Those spikes coming back in full force. Ooh, just barely dodging the Gradius rings, excuse me. Oh, this is... Oh, look how close that was for Seedy. He's gonna be breathing a sigh of relief after he gets his bombos.
And gets a medallion for his troubles, as he's mentioned, which... Once again, you know, pointing us, once we get the hammer, points us more and more towards that T-Rock play.
Agreed there, though. I think it's kind of hinting to go to ice earlier than later, but yeah, with that, SeedyV pulls Gradius Moe head a little bit. That was a stretch, but hey, I liked it, okay? Shush.
That's fair. I missed it, I'll be completely honest with you, so it went over my head.
A lot of people tell me that, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, CD checked that last chest in Skull Woods. I don't think he kept track of the items very well there, so just getting the compass out.
And chat's slapping me back on the hash. It's Akash.
I say Akash, you say Akash. No, it is Akash.
Wink, wink. And finding another red rupee there. I can't remember if that was checked or not. But if that hasn't been checked by CD, that is number 11.
I don't think it has, but I can't remember. There's been so many so far.
$12, I think. Both of our runners have been seeing red quite a bit here in this early going.
Yeah, absolutely. And CD decided to make the lumberjack check here, so this will tell us more if AGA 1 could be still required.
Here we go, let's get hype. Chatty, you out for blood.
When is it chat out for blood?
Just a piece of heart, so, Aga's pretty much, I would say, dead at this point. I feel safe saying that.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, right now, not having the flippers or the hammer doesn't help, but, looks like CD's going to make the, make the Death Mountain play here, and, he's going to have to go through... This is going to be out of lot. You have to keep in mind, this is going to be actually out of logic, because they don't have the flute or the lamp, so I like to play, though.
I do, too. He's not going to be able to check a whole heck of a lot in there, but if CD finds something progressive here, then that could really make all the difference and get a good lead going.
Yeah, absolutely, and also having the save spot for a save and quit is nice. That way, if you end up getting the hook shot later, and you can get the other side of the Death Mountain, East Death Mountain, even better.
Exactly, and CD only getting the little My First Shield from the old man, but I kind of like the shield. Once you get it upgraded a little bit, it gets more and more useful.
Yeah, absolutely. I know some people said the mirror shield gets adds to the lag, which is somewhat true, but the laser bridge not fun if you don't have something good.
That, and it also helps with the red mimics because you can deflect their fireballs, and you don't have to worry about their dirty habit of spitting.
That is fair. I didn't think about that.
I only ran into that on one of my own playthroughs, so that's how I found that out. And Akash getting his blue mail now. And because of the Zero Suit Samus sprite here, that is red colored, so not red mail, it is actually blue mail.
You know, kind of thinking here, there isn't a lot of locations left to check right now. The rest of Thieves Town is still open. We talked about Desert being open, but may or may not be full clearable. But after that, in terms of logic, there's not a whole lot available.
Yeah, they're really having to scrimp and scrounge, but that just means that once we get to Hype Cave with Akash, as I think doing now, we're probably gonna get some hype.
Hopefully, Hype Cave. That's probably gonna just be all red rupees.
No, I know, right? The way this has been going.
But the longer we go, the more location we check does bring the AGA play back in the focus.
And picking the Thief's Pocket results in a 10 bomb upgrade. We get Quake. There's our hammer. Yeah, that was some pretty nice hype. Quake medallion, Master Sword, hammer. Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
That was a pretty good hype. I'll give that an 8.5. I give it 8.5 too because it gives you Master Sword first, which automatically tells you, oh, I got 1 logic now. And then, okay, here's the hammer.
It's like, hi, you're gonna have to go fight Aga. Nope, sucker. Here's your hammer.
But the good news is we know where all 3 medallions are. I believe, if I'm correct, the Lake Highway Island had the other medallion, so we don't have to worry about medallions once we get the mirror.
Indeedio. So, yeah, we've got a lot of stuff open. Yeah, Palace of Darkness right in play. That's a really, really good... that'd be a good routing choice for them right now, and I think CD's just doing some other checks before he does that.
Yeah, absolutely, because Palace of Darkness... Yeah, it's full clearable, actually. I almost said it was bow locked. I'm like, oh yeah, they have the bow. I'm not used to this.
I know, it's like, usually it's like, which way did the bow go? And yet more red rupees, my goodness.
Red rupees, man.
I think
10
we're up to,
arrows on Pyramid, nothing major there.
I think we're up to like 14 or 15 with the red rupee. I'm starting to lose count, but it's just, it's starting to be a running gag with the seed now.
Yeah, might as well be. We've found so many. I mean, I know it's the most popular item and populous item in the game, so there is that.
And it's chat's definite favorite item, 100% true. So yeah, kind of starting to think about what the runners are going to need for go mode. I know they're a little bit off for now, but they are going to need they're going to need flippers, of course, hook shot, because Swamp is Crystal Dungeon here.
Lamp, technically by logic, depending on how they feel about dark rooms, I don't think that'll be much of an issue for these 2 runners.
No, not unless they have to do something crazy like the like here the maze on the left side of the bridge and pod, or in the dark of going to Helmasaur.
Yeah, that dark turtle room, which I call the Ninja Turtle room, is not fun.
I like it.
Seedy getting the small key in the first chest there. We also need hookshot yet, and flute may not be required in the seed, depending on how we get our Death Mountain access.
That is true. Flute is always a happy welcome item, but this time may not be required. And we may have to have boots to... I don't think either runner's gone into desert yet, so we don't know if it's boots... Oh, hey, looky hook shot. I love it.
Speak of the hook shot, Devil.
Ask and you shall receive. And that's one of our 5 pod items, I believe. And there's our second. Pod is loaded.
Oh, pod, what is going on with you today? We got hook shot. We got boots. That means desert is full clearable no matter what.
I'm starting to think the sea put an audio bug on my apartment here and is listening to every word I say.
The government's already got that done, so they already had it. No, I'm kidding.
Creepy!
Yeah, so pod, load it.
I mean, I think we still have 3 more items to find, too, which is just, wow.
3? Yeah, 5 items. I almost had the wrong total in my head.
So yeah, lots of keys right now, so kind of doing its more business in the front sort of deal, but it's definitely party everywhere in this dungeon today.
CD went for that bonk back to the front of the escape, or front of pod, and just missed out, and then those beetles got in his way.
Beetles are party poopers.
Absolutely. Those beetles could be a pain in the butt.
Especially those red ones that... It seems like they take about like 60 bajillion hits to kill.
Oh yeah, they're so fast. They're a bit of a pain.
And see, skipping the dark room for now, knowing that logic would dictate he doesn't really have to go there. And you're not going to find the lamp in a dark room, so that's pretty... It feels pretty safe to say that the lamp isn't here.
Yeah, at this point, I think the only things left are dark room chests, so we're good there.
I'm starting to wonder if there's going to be a lamp in Agina's cave or in desert.
That's very possible.
I'm guessing the logic wants you to double dip pod here, but that's just a guess on my part. Ooh, close for Akash.
You know, you make a valid point because we've had desert access pretty early on. Oh no, we need Booker or Flute. I'm done.
Well, no, I wouldn't call it necessarily, because, you know, Book could be in a lot of different places, so it could just make him have it's just a matter of one side trip, and then bam, that's back on the table.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I just thought I've been talking about desert, and then I just realized, oh wait, it's not. Need that Book or Flute. So it could still be Flute. Still could be required. Never mind.
And this is what I hate about doing the maze room. CD being very, very comfortable with it. I'm impressed. And oh, nice timing on the heart refill, too. That's what... Pieces of heart, even as kind of a stinker as they are sometimes, if you do know you have 3 pieces, it does make for a good emergency refill. And there's another red rupee.
You know, you make a valid point, but that actually might have been a bit of a hindrance, because you may have been setting up a bit of a death warp because they don't have mirror and have to go through this maze once more time. That actually might not have been what you wanted to see.
That's a good point, too, because I do keep forgetting. I've seen a lot of earlier mirror, so I do keep forgetting about the fact that they don't have mirror.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I forgot, too. I was like, oh, yeah, actually, that probably was not... Might not have been I'm helping, yeah.
And Akash setting up for the bomb jump here. Gorgeously done, but not having the big key. Oh. Yeah, when Akash finds that big key, there is going to be nothing but disappointment in that chest.
I think it was another red rupee.
Yes, it was.
So it does appear that CD's going to do the dark rooms here, which won't be too bad. The Ninja Turtle room won't be too bad, because they do have the fire rod, they do have the torches, as long as you can get to the torches.
Yeah, the way CD went through that maze without any lamp, that's not going to be an issue for him.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It looks like Akash is the same way here.
This is what's fun about seeing a 3-1 matchup here, because you get some people with some really good skill here, so you know we're going to be seeing a lot of advanced strats and techniques here, which is always exciting to see.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the fun thing about Swiss in general is as you go through the Swiss rounds, you know, we have 7 weeks of Swiss, you get matched up with people of your similar skill level or same record in this case, and it's nice because then you see a lot more evenly matched matches, and it's fun.
Exactly. Another reason why I like Swiss, and I definitely like the cheese. I don't know about you.
It's not too bad. The people are awesome, though.
Oh yeah, definitely. I've had a great time talking with runners and everything throughout this tournament so far. It's been pretty cool. CD at Helmasaur. Chat making a good point too. We need flippers as well for Swamp Palace, so that's going to be kind of later on.
Yeah. I'm sure the runners don't mind not seeing flippers right now. Flippers would be the ideal go mode item at this point, because that would mean they could go mode both Ice Palace and Swamp.
And the power of the silver arrow is very evident on Helmasaur King, and one little plunk in that jewel is all it takes. And with that, we have our second crystal for Seedy. Nicely done.
Yeah, absolutely, and that gives them a 2-0 crystal advantage at the moment, but it's still super early in the seed, so we got a long way to go.
Oh yeah, and add to the fact that Skullwoods is still pretty quick. It wouldn't take long for Akash to catch up.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And Seedy making good use of his sequence break with the old man and going straight to Death Mountain here. So everything he finds so far will be out of sequence.
But definitely good setup, and you want to get to the eastern part of Death Mountain because there's just so many possible items that you can get. And if you can route Dark World back in, you get even more with like places like Hookshot Cave.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and we do have that Dark World access, and Turtle Rock is available as well. I doubt we'll see that dip, but it is full clearable.
And Heart Container and Cape so far from Paradox Cave, and we got 5 more chests to go. Get hype. Red Meringue. And yeah, and another running gag item. Alright, not as hype as I thought. Both boomerangs, running gag item.
Yeah, not the best Paradox Cave in the world, but we had a good hype cave, so it made up for it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm pretty stoked about that hype cave, so I ain't gonna complain too much.
And we still got Spiral. Could do Hera right now as well.
That is a good point. It looks like there's a piece of heart on the island too.
Yep. So we most likely won't be getting that.
Yeah, the seed I commentated on last night had a Cane of Samaria there, so that was an important go-to.
Oh, absolutely. I like seeing nothing there because I hate going to that floating island.
Yeah, at least it's not too bad to go to, all things considered, but you're definitely gonna have the mirror for that one.
Oh yeah.
And and it is time for the coffee break. They have some good coffee here, but will Seedy partake? Yes.
Oh no!
Wanted a coffee break.
That's unfortunate. Got hit by that tile. That's going to be a little bit of a dangerous situation to be in here. He could use his cape and hold on to the wall and not use magic. That would probably be the route I'd go, but as long as he can hit these out of the air, because they will do 1 heart damage no matter what melee you have.
Unfortunate, they ran out of coffee for Seedy.
That's not the worst thing either, because again, they don't have mirrors, so he could just death warp right back out of here.
Which I think you already planned on doing a little bit anyway, so not a bad idea. Hello, Mr. Death Warp. How are you today? And Akash using using that speed glitch. For those who aren't as aware, if you do an item dash on the stairs with the hook shot, it sets your it makes you go a lot faster temporarily. So it is one of our approved minor glitches for the tournament.
It's nice to have. Going that fast is always fun.
And it can give you an edge too, especially like if you're paired out like First and Swiss against a very skilled player. Sometimes you just need every little bit of advantage you can, and if you can get that early, there you go. I don't think, yeah, we haven't seen any items yet, but we're about to. Oh, hi, more running gag item.
Just get old another big 20.
More for the college fund. And Akash checking out Paradox Cave here too.
Gonna be disappointed by what he finds.
A fun use of boomerang that does not come up in any of these races. You can actually kill the Armos Knights with them, the boss.
Yes, it takes forever and a day, but you can do that.
Oh, CD falling to Moldorm. At least it wasn't the center one, so quick go back to.
Yeah, it won't be too bad. That's why we call him Troll Dorm.
Oh goodness, yes. It's not too bad the first time around, but if you do it a second time, especially in a close race, that can be very much a different maker.
Oh, absolutely.
And great use of hammer by CD, doing tempered sword damage and Trolldorm go down. And a fetch quest item for his efforts.
Yay, the fetch quest.
So we're still questioning whether something good came out of Hera, but hey, it's another item location that could very well be required. Heck, find flippers.
Yeah, absolutely. So CD going to Spike Cave here. I'm a little surprised by this play, but having the safe spot here at RA up Death Mountain, I can understand it.
To me, I think of it as it's one of those places where if you don't actively think about it, it's easy to skip. So it's a good call for CD to do it now. Even if it's just bombs, you know, if you think your opponent's done it and has gotten a major item, that could be all the difference maker.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. So getting out of the way, nothing wrong with that.
And we will see if Akash gets his coffee break in, or if he's not much of a coffee person. Do you like coffee?
I don't drink it that often, though. It's not my thing. I don't know. I've never been a big coffee fan.
Hey, that's fine. To each their own, my friend.
Right now, he looks like he's just setting up a nice little Death Warp later as well. All these Death Warps with no mirror. You got me? Here we go.
Yeah, it's funny, the mirror is one of those things where if you don't have it, it's sometimes you get spoiled by it, and if you don't have it, then it's kind of painful to not have it.
And CD now making the Dark World Death Mountain checks. Going here in Super Bunny Cave.
More for the college fund and more running gag item.
All these red rupees.
When will it end? It keeps happening.
Never ends. Red rupee is love. Red rupee is life.
Give it a tingle or something like that. We don't want it in these runs.
Alright, how about a single arrow? And another red rupee.
More bombs. Tempered sword. Okay, so Hookshot Cave wasn't a giant stinker after all.
No progression, but always nice to have that that tempered. And right now it looks like this is going to be a very oh yeah, you need to be a light world to access Turtle Rock.
But the knowledge of Quake is the medallion, so they pretty much have everything they need, save if Meyer has something required.
Yeah. We're actually...
Well,
We're actually not that far away from go mode.
yeah, as far as medallions go, anyway, yeah, we need way more stuff to get into Swamp Palace. We need flippers. We need we need flippers and mirror for that. So we're gonna be finding those 2 items eventually here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That'll be fun. Looks like Seedy is going to go back and make the T-Rock play here, so that'll be kind of interesting.
That might be the right way to go. I've been seeing, just my last few seeds, I've been seeing the seed wanted to take them to early Turtle Rock, so this could be big. I would usually go in with a safety or 2, but then again, I'm not as skilled as these 2, so as long as they're careful.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think they'll be fine, especially having Tempered and Blue Mail, but the one thing to keep in mind is this is still technically out of logic, so you have to keep that in mind.
Oh, indeed, yeah. Neither player still found the lamp yet, which, like I said, we haven't seen Desert or Agnes Cave, so that's gonna be curious to see what's up in there. And we're going to check the quickest chest to check in Turtle Rock here. Just a small key.
There's 4 of those here in good old T-Rock, but not including the Poke Keys, of course. But this early turn, I'm going to be curious to see if Akash does the same thing here, because he went into Dark World, so he'll once again be thwarted in his attempts to go into T-Rock without the mirror. So I'll be curious to see if he does the same thing that Seedy did and save and quit and come back. Akash here is gonna get his tempered sword. He'll be happy to see that. And as Seedy makes his way through the Turtle Rock, the early Turtle Rock play, but it makes sense, you know, with the Seed give you Turtle Rock access so early. This Chain Chomp room, they do so much damage even with blue and red mail, and they got blue, and they get the butter sword. Give us butter.
Oh yes, our bosses are either lactose intolerant or have very bad cholesterol, so that's why Butter Sword is so effective. I know that's at least one of the items we found so far. I didn't catch if there are any others yet.
I believe it's just been 2 small keys and a big key. So I think we're good. I think we're at 1 item.
What a good first item to find. Nice find. Oh yes.
The good news for Akash though is even if he's in go mode come T-Rock time, he decided not to go there. You still gotta find all the small keys. He's gonna check that chest no matter what, so he's gonna get his butter sword eventually.
Oh indeed, yeah, that's right. That's right on the way too. So yeah, we're gonna have no trouble with bosses today. Barring anything dumb happening, of course, but
right.
I say dumb not as in the players, but all that little random bits that make up AI and wants to pull a trick on them.
Exactly.
Yeah, I see Seedy conserving magic here, but I always find it way more quicker and useful to just take out the Hoku Boku with a fire rod shot.
Yeah, they go down in 1 shot. It is definitely a more effective play. I'm guessing he's saving his magic for Laser Bridge.
Yeah, quite likely. I mean, it's not too bad, but it's kind of a pain to chase them around when they fall apart and try to hit you with it. But There's our flippers. So that this play from Seedy is definitely a good one that he's made here.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a very interesting spot for the flippers. I'll be curious to see where Lamp ends up being and see how this logic actually wanted them to go. Because when you see flips in T-Rock, that usually means most likely they wanted to double dip with T-Rock.
And Seedy's saying, I will have none of that, good sir.
It does open up both Ice Palace and Swamp. It opens up Ice Palace, does not open up Swamp. But Ice Palace would be completely out of logic yet, so I'll be curious to see what his next play ends up being.
Indeed, and so we see Seedy very, very. I think having to take a quick bit of a reset there, but still feeling really comfortable enough with the rooms here that he can make his way through it. If it were me, though, I personally hate dark rooms with a passion, so I would be totally noping this right now.
Oh yeah, understandable. I wouldn't be good at this room right now. Some dark rooms can be pretty difficult. Akash making his finishing up Skull Woods, getting his Bombos tablet. So he'd probably be happy about that, even though Bombos probably isn't required at this point.
No, but if you have to go into Ice Palace, it makes life a lot easier, even if you got Fire Rod, because one shot of Bombos will melt Cold Sear Shell, and then you can just conserve your magic for other uses.
Yep, absolutely. I don't mind getting Bombos. That's probably the one medallion I tend to use more often than not.
Funny how it doesn't really come much into regular play in vanilla, but here it's got its nice uses.
Oh yeah, good old rando.
And the fun of Laser Bridge, folks.
Ugh, good old Laser Bridge.
Yeah, the positioning is really difficult to set up on this one, but once you get it, it looks Oh, Seedy. Yeah, it looks glorious if you can get it. Not what he was hoping for, so there's 3 more things to check here.
Yep. I think he's trying to get through a couple of the chests with the boot skip so he can conserve magic with the other 2, but doing the Burna would be a safer play. But he might not have enough magic to get through all the chests.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, but if he does have to worry, he doesn't have to worry about having magic for Trinex, though, since there's that big magic in the in one of the pots there right before you go to him. So there's not too much of a worry there.
Oh yeah.
And, oh yeah, of course, that one, of course, has our running gag item.
Oh yeah, absolutely, gotta love it.
Yeah, this gag is totally running like it's an Olympic track meet here, so, yeah, good job, Seedy. There's our lamp!
Oh, Seedy with the swag King of Samaria dash, and getting lamp, everything's in logic now.
Oh, yes, indeed. It was in the purple chest the whole time.
Honestly, I think for these runners, that probably wasn't the biggest deal, but it is a nice find nonetheless.
It just makes life a lot easier. I mean, these runners can do without, but, I mean, really. Are you going to say no to getting a lamp?
No, absolutely not. Although I think after Turtle Rock, in terms of dungeons, I think the Turtle Rock was the last dark room anyway.
Indeed, and Seedy on phase 2, gotta be careful here, but shouldn't have too much trouble. There we go. Yeah, once you get past the first phase of Trinex, the second is pretty much cakewalk in comparison.
Especially with Butters.
There's our mirror too. Holy crap, we have Swamp totally in logic right now. He can full clear it.
Yeah, Swamp totally in logic. I wouldn't even go there though, because all this stuff is technically out of logic for him right now. Although, as we know, it's actually in logic because we just found the map. So I don't expect to make a Swamp Palace play anytime soon. But we still need either the book or the flute for Go mode.
Indeed, yeah, it's kind of interesting that way because the seed expects you to do Turtle Rock before you do Swamp, and I wonder if Akash is gonna or Akash try to hold out until as long as possible, or what's gonna happen here.
Yeah, I'm curious. Right now, he's gonna make the pod play, and I don't remember seeing anything too valuable in pod, but it's a crystal, so get that done and over with.
Yeah, I think Akash is double dipping into pod right now, so because he had the boots and the hook shot in there.
Oh, that's right. I kind of forgot about that. He didn't do the dark rooms.
Yeah, which, honestly to say, I don't blame him on that one. Swamp having a total of 6 items in it, so we could see very likely we could see a required item here, but if the game expects it to be its last dungeon, it might not have so much in play for Seedy here. And 50 rupees to start out with.
Yeah. I think at this point, for Seedy, his real only options were this or Ice Palace. So, I mean, he hasn't won Eastern yet, but we know Eastern didn't have anything good.
Yeah, and if you're going to do Ice Palace, you're going to want to go mode it, because that's just so much faster.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Not that Swamp wouldn't be much faster go mode, too, but I'll be actually curious knowing that he's only 1 item away, and that could be one of 2 items, if he ends up skipping left side.
Yeah, it could very well be. I would probably rather, if I still know I need a go mode item, I would probably rather full clear Swamp over full clearing Ice, personally.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess he did skip Mimic Cave, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, good point. I totally forgot about that one. Yeah, all that hype for getting the Swamp Palace items, and I didn't even think of Mimic Cave.
The good news is I can't have both of the potential go mode items, so that's good. But you only need one or the other, but it's an interesting play. He don't have the mirror anyway. He didn't have the mirror.
Oh yeah, that's a good point too, yeah.
Yeah.
So... Yeah, but even without it, though, I mean, if he knows that he needs only one or the other, like you said, Mimic Cave can't have both, so could be holding out to try to find the other item, so it's totally valid to skip it.
Yeah, there was no reason to go back for sure. Unless you know the other items on pedestal.
That is true, too. Not finding much there. And Akash getting his 2nd crystal, I believe.
3rd.
3rd, excuse me.
So yeah, Seedy has a bit of an advantage right now in the crystals, and it looks like maybe it's a bit of an advantage right now in general, especially deciding to do that pod dark rooms where Akash decided not to. So that's where the advantage I think lies right now.
Yeah, because both of our runners have been playing extremely well, and I think this is a good segue. If you've enjoyed them as much as we have, please give Seedy and Akash a follow on Twitch here. They've been doing a fantastic bang-up job so far.
Absolutely, it's been a fun race to call so far, and well, I should correct myself a little bit. I think the advantage came with Seedy's Turtle Rock play.
And one single silver arrow on Argus, and bye-bye, and more for the college fund.
Yeah, I haven't been counting items in Swamp, so I'm pretty sure he hasn't done left side yet for CD.
No, he hasn't done it. It's one of those things where some people like to finish it first and then go back into it, which CD is doing, and sometimes they do, and some runners do left side first. I like to do left side first personally. I don't know about you, Zucker.
I usually do it first. Unless, yeah, I usually do it first as well. Akash actually used a portal that was near the Swamp Palace, where you go in the Dark World by Swamp Palace, and got to the mushrooms, got to the witch to turn the mushroom, and then did a hard reset to keep the mushroom for fake powder, because I'm guessing there was nothing good at witch.
The best item in the game, a single green rupee.
Oh yeah.
That must have been a very common mushroom, because I mean that was just mean.
That was mean.
Yeah, it's like buying one of those like white mushrooms in the grocery store and then turning it in.
That's fair.
And I think Akash is making his Turtle Rock place, so he'll be getting his swamp stuff fairly soon here.
Yeah, absolutely, and this is definitely the right play for him. And CD making that play earlier definitely gave him the advantage. And it looks like CD is doing left side now. I kind of missed that for a minute.
Yeah, not a big deal. I mean, if you still have that one more item to find, then it's worth checking every nook and cranny, because then when you get into go mode, that's when you can save all the time you want.
Oh, absolutely.
And CD just falling for that compass there. But let's see what else he can get his hands on. Oh, left side totally pranking.
You have just a compass and 5 roops. Now we'll see where he goes.
This seed has a weird sense of humor today. It's a lot like me in some respects, only the sense of humor is very mean in the seed right now, so yeah. Yeah, it looks like we're going for an ice play here.
Yeah, that's understandable. It's not a bad option to, if you have full clearable crystals, you probably should do those.
Yeah, why not? Because I mean, you got that, and then desert, and then that's pretty much it. So, so I'm guessing that since Ice is a crystal dungeon, might have something in there, and that way you don't have to dip any further into pendant dungeons.
Yeah, absolutely, because really the only pendant dungeon we haven't seen dipped yet is Misery Mire, which we can't even get to without the flute, so we're not even going to go there ever. Once we get
is
flute,
there going to be...
desert.
Watch this be a flute first thing for CD. No, it's something a little bit better. I like half magic a little more there.
Yeah, half magic is always a nice find. Not important in the progression, but always nice to have. But what if... Follow me here, because I'm trying to follow myself. What if flute or book is in the back half of Thieves Town?
I like how you think, Mr. Man, and I'm sure chat does even more.
What if they both are? That'd make it even better.
Well, I get excited because I get to see Blind's pun, because Blind is very near and dear to my heart, as you have so learned.
Oh,
that was well, that was shocking.
Case in point.
Maybe in the next... Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, there's definitely a buzz in the air in this race.
And lots of random heck there in that room, but maybe in the next iteration of the rando, they'll let me write the blind puns.
I think you'd be good at it. I think that'd be a good job for you.
Yes, thank you. I'll continue not to think of my hopes and dreams and watch CD progress further into Ice Palace, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Ice Palace is kind of slow, so especially if you can't go mode it.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't think anybody is a fan of full clearing Ice Palace. I'm pretty sure if you said in the in any sort of rando chat that you would be mocked as weird.
And that's fair.
But seriously, but seriously, though, a lot of love for everybody in the community, though. They've been really cool.
Oh, absolutely. The community's awesome. And by the way, on the Akash side, we actually saw him fake powder a anti-fairy, which is not an easy thing to do. That was pretty cool.
Nice use of skill. I actually I knew you could fake powder with the bat, but I didn't realize you could use that in anything. That's actually really cool. The more you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. It's hard to do though because to fake powder an anti-fairy based on its movements and stuff. That was really cool.
Yeah, if you got that kind of finger skill with that, if you can keep it up, a hover is totally not out of the question.
Now I know Akash can hover. I saw it the last time I called his race. I saw a chat say he did it earlier, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, so that I don't know how confident CD is in that, so that's one definite advantage Akash has over CD here. It is a skill that I only wish I could get. Maybe one of these days. And he got his flippers now.
Ah, those flippers and mirror on Triax.
Yes, and we'll be flipping out with joy.
I didn't pay attention, unfortunately, to CD's side when he did the hookshot chest, as I call them, and I don't think he got anything important there.
No, it didn't seem like it, and something even less important.
Although that compass.
I'm not getting the point of the compass right now.
It's useless.
Exactly my point.
Oh, the point. I get it now. I went over my head.
I do that a lot, I'm told.
That's a good one, though, where it makes you think for a minute. Where the person misses it and then they figure it out. Those are the best. Ooh, CD missing those hookshot strats.
Hopefully there's nothing of value. They're probably hoping that Cold Stare's got something.
Yeah, that is a bit of a gamble there, but luckily, you know, needing one of two items, not both items, makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah, hopefully both items aren't there and in Mimic Cave. Chat pointing out that it would be troublesome if he had to double dip into Turtle Rock just to go to Mimic Cave to get that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's... Ugh.
CD with my favorite use of Bombos there, and oh, we've got a really clean fight of Cold Stare.
Yeah, that was a beautiful fight. That's how it's done. Butter makes it a little bit easier, but that was an amazing fight. You get him in that corner, that is the way to do it, and awesome fight by CD. Akash making it through that laser bridge, I think with only maybe one or so deaths. That was pretty nice on the laser bridge side.
Oh yeah, because that laser bridge is so annoying, and you just want to get it over with as soon as possible. Another nice use of fake powder glue. Man, Akash is really showing his finger skill. Well done. This is the kind of thing where it's really cool to see two skilled competitors go at each other.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You get to see a lot of stuff that is a lot like pretty difficult. Like fake powdering anti-fairies is pretty difficult.
And Seedy going after the Fat Fairy.
Yep, that is open after Ice Palace there. Swamp Palace and Ice Palace were the 5-6 crystals, so will this hold what we've been looking for?
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where it's like I remembered but forgot at the same time, which probably makes absolutely no sense.
I get where you're going with it though.
Yeah, that's kind of my point.
It's in your mind, but it's easy to forget about once it's actually opened up.
Yeah, because it's one of those things where it's like, oh, I know where it is. I have both. Oh, yeah, I do have both. Yeah.
And Akash gets his mirror there, so he's pretty much about 2 dungeons behind. But if this Booker flute get pretty trolly here, it's still anybody's race.
And, well, it's definitely being trolly because we have yet another running gag item.
Naturally. And Akash also deciding not to go back into Turtle Rock to check Mimic Cave, so he'll be skipping out on that. And that's, honestly, thinking about it, that's probably the right play. I know everyone in chat wants to see it, but it makes sense because you need one of 2 items. You can always come back later.
And yeah, truth be told, though, is from what I've heard, the progressive items tended to be weighted slightly more toward dungeons than just random caves. So it's so I can see why that would be skipped for sure. Oh, catfish! Hey! Look at that.
That's right. We have not seen catfish yet. Our old friend catfish.
Meow blub. Alright, and here comes Catfish, and Survey says... No.
That is not what we've been looking for. This is getting kind of crazy, because we only need one of 2 items. Where are these items? Because we can't... There's not really a dungeon to check, other than the back of Thieves' Town.
That is true. I mean, do we have Graveyard Ledge to check now that we have that open?
I believe so, yes.
That might be the play right there.
Yeah, it could be. I'm thinking we can get there. I mean, from this side, but I may be wrong on that one.
Oh yeah, you can. Yeah, hookshot.
Oh yeah, duh, hookshot. I drew a blank.
Hey, don't worry. I'm not criticizing your art skill any.
Ah, it's alright. No, I appreciate it. I forget stuff very easily, and it's hard to keep everything in mind. So I don't mind getting corrected or getting told where things are, because I forget things. I'm human.
I do too. What were we doing again?
Crosswords.
Oh yeah, that's right. 6 down is the answer to King's Tomb, and 14 across says Heart Container.
That's not what we were hoping for, but it's a good answer.
Yeah, see, I mean, CD's been doing pretty good with kind of a lower end of the spectrum on life, so it's kind of a little more welcome maybe than other things, so I can see that.
Yeah, that was only 12 hearts right now. That's not a small amount of hearts, but it's not ideal for me, at least. I like around 14, be comfortable. But we do get red mail.
Still nothing to sneeze at. Defense is good.
Yeah, red mail makes that a lot easier. So, you know what? I'm cool with 12 hearts if I have red mail. I don't have bonk rocks been checked.
You know, I don't believe so. I think we're about to see that right now.
Yeah. All right, that's a. All right, that could be a check. After this, though, I'll be curious to see where CD decides to go if we did not have the progression we want here. He has not done Eastern at all yet. Let's keep that in mind.
And our resident running gag item once again.
Good old big 20.
I mean, we're starting to run out of running gag, but I'm pretty sure the seed probably just added like 10 more locations to it just to troll us. Not really for those who are watching, but it sure seems it. Oh, hey, speaking of which.
Alright, it looks like CD might be making the Thieves Town play for the back of Thieves Town. Maybe not. Oh, Hammer Peg. We haven't done that yet.
Hammer Peg, and he hasn't checked the purple chest yet because he doesn't have the lamp. You know what else hasn't been checked? Have we checked Agnes Cave? I don't think we have. We may have.
I think Akash went over to that side, but I cannot remember if he dipped in there or not.
And there's our left ventricle there in Hammer Pegs. And have we seen Batcave yet?
No, we have not.
May not be in logic, but with Rando, who the heck knows?
That's true. You know, you never know. I mean, the magic powder could be in Misery Mire, and then not Misery Mire can't be there. If we want the flute, it can't be there.
Oh, hey, Cave 45. I totally forgot about that one too.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of weird one-off places right now.
No, you're not allowed to go in cave. There we go. We have book. We are in go mode, if I'm not mistaken.
We are. That is officially go mode, barring something I'm missing. I mean, CD doesn't have the lamp technically, but he didn't need it. He has no more dark rooms at this point. He just gotta go complete desert, and he'll be headed up to the Ganon's Tower.
Absolutely, CD knowing that too, and he's just like, nope, I don't care what is in there. I'm gonna go do what I want. So yeah, we are in go mode about an hour, and we'll say about an hour 26. Well, we'll say an hour 25, just for the even number, but close enough.
Yeah, fair enough. And this will be a quick dungeon, so once we find the big key, we'll be good to go.
Yeah, and this is the last crystal that CD needs to get as Akash goes through Ice Palace.
Yep, we know we won't find what he's looking for here. He got that half magic there, and he'll need to go to Cave 45. Of course, yeah, Cave 45. But I'm just curious now. We'll never know, but where was that flute?
Hey, it could still very well be in Ganon's Tower.
That is true. It isn't required for anything else.
There's our big key.
Get that big key, and now we're gonna head to Land Molas.
And that's gonna be a very, very quick fight.
Oh yeah, butter and silvers and fire rods, ice rods. Pick your poison on that one.
Yeah, pretty much. At this point in the run, it's basically like killing a small mouse with a bazooka, so that's gonna be pretty simple. And Akash heading up for that bomb jump. I know from personal experience that one is just not easy. And
it is definitely not. It takes a lot of practice to get good at that. And then if you're like me and only use Link, if you use a different sprite, it's even harder.
yeah, I had to do that recently with the Wizrobe sprite. And as much as I liked it, the bomb jump just ended up ugly on my seed.
I can see that, especially if you don't use a shadow, which I don't either. So
Yeah, that one didn't even have a shadow, so it was basically like baseball bat to the face ugly.
Ooh, yeah.
And Seedy wasting absolutely no time on the first go. And as he's covered in bees, I think we're ready for something fun, aren't we?
By whatever could you mean?
I mean, we're gonna go to our local library.
Yay!
Even better! So, chat, do you know what it's time for? There are 22 possible locations that the big key in Ganon's Tower could be. Chat, get your guesses in now. And I believe if there is a chance of leaderboard prize if you are like a advanced subscriber. I can't remember the things exactly.
If you're a subscriber or have donated 250 bits to any of the speed gaming channels, you can be on the leaderboard if you guess correctly or are the closest.
Yes, thank you. I am so not up on that, and Bad Rick no treat. But what you thinking, Sunker? Where's it gonna be?
I'm gonna go kind of troll. I'm gonna go 20.
All right, I'm gonna go 8. The in conventional routing, the double firebar room.
Fair enough. That I have seen that number come up a lot. Not necessarily the firebar room, just 8 in general has come up.
If you want a really trolly seed, then the big key is going to be in chest negative 32.
Oh, we're in Key Sandy. I see.
That's Key Sanity wearing a straitjacket right there.
Ugh. Key Sandy's just crazy in general, so.
I haven't tried it yet, but my mind breaks at the thought of it.
That's fair. I'm with you on that one. I haven't tried it either. But we are going into GT at approximately I'll get the time once he actually goes in. About 1:34-ish. Or 1:31:34.
Hey, I'm down, and we are in Hope Room now. Let's see, 1 or 2? Not quite the key we are looking for, so I think Seedy's checking the right side. Interesting.
Yeah, I've been seeing this strat here recently. A lot. There's starting to become a pattern where if you get if you go right side and get a key, they just do right side to get it out of the way, except for tile room, of course.
Yeah, tile room taking the most time. I feel like I've seen it be tile room a number of times in my runs. I'm probably wrong, but it's just kind of what it feels like to me.
Perception bias, I think it's called.
Yes, that and not enough coffee yet.
That too.
Hey, fire shield, so there's our big key. Oh, wow, that paid off big for Seedy. Holy cow.
That was nice. So that ended up being chest key 6.
So
if 6. So if you chose 6, good job.
Congratulations, you have potentially 1 point, and you have also won a voucher for a free coffee at Tower of Hera Coffee.
And it looks like the first sub or supporter the guy was Silent Martyr. Congratulations, Silent Martyr.
And Seedy, yeah, he's making quick work. Oh, whoa. Almost quick work there, but still good recovery there.
Yeah. The good news is he has red mail and butter and silvers. This shouldn't be too bad.
Nah, getting those mimics out of the way, no, it's nice. Spitting's a dirty habit.
Absolutely.
I say as I pick my nose. And Akash checking Hobo here, and oh. That room is lovely. I can never dash all the way through cleanly anymore on that one.
No, you see a lot of runners actually taking a fall first and getting that invincibility frames, and then you can just dash right on through with no problem.
That's a good point too, yeah. And we enter the gauntlet. And Akash has to still swamp here. Oh no, not swamp, excuse me.
Probably doing Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah, that too, which we know as commentators is not the play to make.
No, it makes sense on his on his side, you know, get all these checks done, but right now we know that to get the book, he needs to go to K45. We don't know where the flute is yet, and we probably never will, but...
I hilariously saw a run where it was the final chest in GT here.
That's a great spot. And what a land molds by Seedy there. Another one. Nicely done. Getting that first cycle kill with silver arrows.
Oh, man, yeah, land molas is definitely Seedy's good fight here.
And he's just making quick work of these rooms.
I have to admit, I love seeing these Cane of Samaria strats in this room, especially this room right here. That looks easy, but my god, is that one that's very, very difficult to do. Seedy makes it look easy. Good job.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm with you. That room is more difficult than it looks, and he made it look real easy.
And there, I never like doing that room's torches. So, and Seedy's good knowledge too knows that there's a full magic refill there.
The book is at Grove Ledge, yeah. K45, if you will.
Nicely done, and we are about to get into Moldorm 2.
Good old Troll Dorm number 2. Butter Sword shouldn't be too bad. Just 2 slashes with the sword and the tail, and he'll go down. Very quickly.
Oh yes. We almost had a little instance of Moltezuma's revenge, but Seedy not having to worry about that, thankfully. And not checking the chest.
Yep, don't blame him. Don't need anything. Just get the seed over with.
Hey, he's this far into it, and he got a sizable lead. I mean, hey, why not?
For the record, he doesn't know how far ahead he is, but...
Oh yeah, we know as commentators, but we know all. Ooh, nice. I think that was a double there. I couldn't tell if that registered as one hit or not, but very nicely done there.
Absolutely. I wasn't entirely sure as well.
Well, that was definitely a double, so we have at least 4 hits on him. Yep. And that was 5, actually, and down. Seedy is doing a fantastic job, just, like, clearing out the boss is so easy.
And we're headed to the Big Pig for one more fight with Ganon.
You don't know he's not bacon.
That's true. That's true. And he's gonna pull up a fight. Probably not a good one, but a fight nonetheless. Ganon, that is.
Oh yeah, Akash checking out Thieves Town here again. Not a bad call doing so, but we as commentators know that's not the right play.
Right. Well, I mean, if you find his flute in there, it could be the right play for him.
That's a good point too. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. All right, Seedy gotta be careful, but at this point, the most damaging phase of Ganon is out of the way. So as long as he takes his time, I think he's gonna be fine.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Got that silvers. Good to go. Just make sure you're not pointing the wrong way if a fire bat decides to hit you.
Oh, he found the air. Oh, wow. Going for the early advantage. Can he get the torch glitch? And he does.
Oh, that was very nicely done on his part. Get that torch glitch with the fire route. Not the easiest thing to do, but torch glitch. That was a nice double.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely quick work of Ganon here. GG SeedyV.
GG. Nicely done. We'll have his official time once he gets through that door.
Yeah, but hey, sub 140. That is amazing. GG Seedy.
Yep, GG Seedy, and for the record, his official time was 1:39:56 SRTV time. That is. GG. I believe he was 3-1 coming in, so he will move to 4-1.
And while Akash is checking out, getting the maiden and getting the chest in here, which is there's our powder. I don't know if I said to, but one of my first commentary I did was with Seedy. So great to see him pull off an amazing victory here.
Yeah, absolutely. Well played. That was amazing to watch.
Indeed, and Akash has definitely been no slouch either. That is not a knock to him. Sabotaging his homecoming. They're butchering his name way more on purpose. I love it.
That's awesome.
And so hopefully we'll have Seedy here to oh, Blind. Oh, I haven't seen that pun before. I love you, Blind.
And it does appear that we have SeedyV in chat here. SeedyV, GG on the victory.
Yes, GG. Good to see you again, Seedy.
Hey, likewise, man. First of all, I apologize about the timer. I don't know what the heck happened to it, but maybe that's what I get for running a 3-plus-year-old version of WSplit. Apologies to those watching for the timer mishap. I hope it wasn't too big of an issue.
Awesome.
Now we just kind of have Seedy here to oh, Blind. Oh,
so that's a fake flipper, huh?
You, Blind.
Oh, and it does appear that we have SeedyV in chat here. SeedyV, GG on the victory.
Yes, GG. Good to see you again, Seedy. I sound weird.
All right. Sorry about the echo there, guys. It happens from time to time. But Seedy, what did you think of that seed?
Really awkward for me. I'm not a fan of hammerless, fluteless seeds like that, but that TR dive paid off so huge. Holy cow. I probably should have been DQ'd after that laser bridge performance, but apparently that wasn't held against me. So I was not feeling great at that point in time. But other than that, the Mothula kill gave me a heart attack. The cold stare kill gave me a slight heart attack. But beyond that, I feel okay, I guess. And apparently I came out with a victory, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I guess Butter Sword is a double-edged sword in that case, I guess, in some respects.
Yeah, that T-Rock play, what was your thinking behind it? I mean, obviously you got all the items so early, but it was technically out of logic at that point. What was your mindset going forward with that?
Well, like you said, I had all the requirements. Not having mirror, and by the way, not mirroring to get Mimic Cave immediately after was kind of a misplay on that part. But I was still without mirror, getting Death Mountain at the time, and I was like, oh, once I go to Dark Death Mountain, if I have the medallion, I'm going to go ahead and give it a go. And go moding TR and not go moding it is not a whole lot of discrepancy there. Now, not having the mirror to get the Mimic is a huge thing, so that kind of bailed me out. But I just saw I had all the pieces, and there was just so much left on the table. No mirror, no flute. Although flute was not necessarily a requirement, obviously, but there was just so much out there that could have been buried in TR, and what do you know, it was.
Yeah, that was crazy. You got the Swamp Palace care package at T-Rock for sure, and that was nuts.
Yeah, and then it was 2 items away for go mode, and I didn't realize finding 1 of 2 items was going to be so difficult, but there was the book in Cave 45. Did Akash ever find a flute?
No, he's still looking. He's actually still looking for one or the other. He's right now checking Spike Cave. He has not gone to Cave 45 yet, unfortunately, but he's still looking.
Goodness. Well, I was really hoping that there wasn't like a flute or a book buried in Eastern, because I know I didn't have that checked, or back of Thieves Town. I figured if one of those were the case, I was absolutely boned, but evidently not. And wow, I'm shocked I took this one, to be quite honest.
I mean, you played pretty well, though. You did the Dark Runes pretty good. That was another advantage. You did the pod Dark Runes right away. I think Akash decided to skip out on those until he found the lamp, which was in Purple Chest, which you left behind once you got the book. But you didn't need it at that point.
That figures.
Yeah, I just love how you're like, I'm in go mode. Screw this. Somebody else can deal with it.
Yeah, I probably need to practice that TR series of inputs. I don't know how I messed that up so badly. And then the laser bridge. But oh well. I see Akash apparently has waved the white flag, so GG's to him. I certainly don't fault him for wanting to get out of this sooner than later.
Yes, that is true. He did officially forfeit, and but he played a good race too. He just unfortunately got, like you said, finding one of those 2 items was pretty brutal. And I mean, obviously we never found the flute, so
probably somewhere in GT if I had to guess. But yeah, I'm absolutely over the moon here. I started out this tournament 0-1, and now to find myself 4-1 is insane. Winning 1 out of 2 is a lot better sounding than winning 5 out of 6. So I'm just absolutely, I'm beside myself, honestly.
Hey.
Absolutely. I was going to ask you as well. Being 4-1, how do you feel going forward in the tournament?
Well, I'm probably way over my head. I'm sure whoever I face at 4-1 is going to absolutely destroy me. But hopefully my 4-2 matchup is a little more forgiving. But hey, I'm just got to win one of the next 2 to get the glorious honor of being bounced out in the first round of the bracket stage. So I can't wait.
Hey, don't be so hard on yourself. I mean, with that like amazing execution we've seen of everything, I mean, seeing you in the brackets, I have a hard time seeing you not in there. I mean, you got some real skill, bud. Seriously.
Well, that truly means a lot. I'm the type of person where I'm the last person to give myself any credit, so I'll take it however I can get it. So I really appreciate it, man. Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. I definitely look forward to seeing you in later matches and hopefully commentating on another match or 2.
Yeah, thanks guys for taking the time to commentate this morning, and anyone still watching, thanks for allowing me to provide you some morning entertainment, and thanks restreamers and all organizers involved. This has been fantastic, and I look forward to doing some commentating later this week.
Yeah, maybe we can hook up again, CD, and do a part 2.
Hey, we'll see what happens.
So I'm kind of curious if Akash decides to join us or not for some words.
It looks like he's agreed to in the race room. Let's see if we can't figure out a way to get him in here.
Okay, sweet.
Yep, he's in setup, so give us 1 second here, guys.
Oh yeah, no hurry.
Well, real quick before we move on to that, I just want to say thank you to my co-commentator, the other Rick Fox, or Rick as he's known. It's been awesome commentating. I think this is the first time. It's been fun. I was a little tired at the beginning, but I think we pulled through pretty good.
Exactly, and I tend to disguise my tiredness very, very well, as that's something I'm very used to doing. So I may take a little nap before work if I have time.
Same here. Whenever Akash is ready, he will be with us. Okay, I wanted to make sure you were ready. GG, I know that was kind of a rough end of the seed. How overall did you feel about that seed?
I don't know. It's hard to say. I didn't sleep very well last night, so my brain was just like all over the place. Like I miscounted items in like 3 different dungeons, I think. So I'm not entirely sure, but I do have a question. Is book or flute on the left side of swamp, or did I forget something?
Negative.
So I forgot something.
Book was in K45 Grove.
Oh my
Grove
God.
Ledge.
Oh, that was what I forgot. Okay.
Oh yeah, I think I don't blame you though. With going without the mirror so long, that's it's a place that's easy to forget. I would have done it too.
Well, I like even forgot it after the fact. It's like I probably wouldn't. I don't know if I would have been able to fit it in very early after I got the mirror, anyways. But I just didn't think about it.
Yeah, and we never found flute, so we don't know where that's at. Well,
Rando be playing the blues.
So overall, I mean, you didn't play that badly. It didn't seem like it, at least. I mean, you mentioned you miscounted a couple times, which we didn't notice. But going forward, though, it's only your second loss, so you're 3-2. You still have a good shot at going forward. You're a very good player. How do you feel yourself going forward in the tournament?
Thank you. I feel, I don't know. So I have to win the next 2, right? I don't know. I feel okay about it. I think I'm probably good enough to make the brackets, but I just need to sleep, I guess.
Yeah, hey, you're a fantastic player. So like, I wouldn't be surprised to see you in the brackets either. Just sometimes Rando rolls in ways that is thoroughly mean. So I can't fault you there.
Thank you.
Yeah, Cash, and thanks so much for accommodating my weird schedule. Sorry it messed up your sleep schedule, man. But GG's to you.
Thanks, G. It wasn't that though. Like normally I would be already awake at this time. I mean, I guess I also was. So I just kept waking up in the middle of the night, and that was the problem. It was totally unrelated.
All right. Well, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't any part that I played. Thinking about it, I wonder if it could be a vanilla flute. I had never checked the shovel spot, so who knows? Anyways.
No, it's not.
Yeah, he did check that. I think it was just a piece of heart.
Oh well.
But yeah, chat mentioning it could have very well been in Meyer too.
No, it couldn't.
No.
Oh wait, yeah, no,
You
that's
did
right.
Get there. It has to be in GT, I think.
Yeah,
That's where
I
my
think-
lack of sleep comes in.
Yeah, I was thinking GT too. That's, I mean, you didn't get the GT, Akash. I don't think so.
No.
It was on right. The big key was on right side, which CD found the small key on right side, went straight right side, and found it right away. So,
Well, I don't ever go right side, even if I get a key. So even if I was like in it, probably would have been behind at that point.
that's fair. On that note, does either of the runners, CD or Akash, do you have any final words?
Just good luck going forward, Akash. Good luck winning the next 2, and thanks for the race, and thanks for all watching and all organizers involved. This has been a blast through and through.
Yeah, GG. Good luck.
Yeah, definitely good luck to both of you. Zunker, you have any final words?
I just want to mention that don't worry, everyone. We got plenty of rando coming forward in the next several hours, all over the Speed Gaming networks, all over the Link to the Past Randomizer channel. So keep an eye on that schedule. And thank you again to the other Rick Fox for commentary, Dark Replica for tracking, and everyone that's behind the scenes that make this possible. Thank you.
Yes, and definitely a big thank you to Zunker to the rescue. Been a great co-commentator. Hope to see you again at some point. Personal thanks to our tracker FazeBro, I believe. And
Oh, sorry. I had the wrong one.
that's okay. That's what I have written down here. So, and a big thank you to Speed Gaming. You can thank them as well. Follow Speed Gaming 1 through 6 and ALTTP Randomizer 1 through 4. And a big thank you for chat. I always love talking you up because without you, we would not be here. This would not be a thing. Thank you so much for coming. And with that, another big thanks to CD and Akash for their great plays. And Yeah, keep going. There's lots of randomizer action all day. So if this is wet your whistle that we didn't find, then we definitely got more. So thank you for coming. You have a great rest of your day and keep randomizing.
Bye, everybody.